Long speculation during the day, and David Sadler comes back into the side. So he's the man, remember, who got the disputed goal in. This is the Estudiantes side, playing in white tonight. Their normal colours, red and white stripes, are out. They're playing in white tonight, remember.
Comienza el partido, a la carga el equipo de Inglaterra. La derecha para ver, sale a buscarlo Verón, toca hacia atrás para Crerand. A la carga el equipo del Manchester, viene el centro, cabecea Malbernat, alcanza a rechazar a Suárez, peligro el trabajo, tiró, y ataja sobre el palo izquierdo, Poletti, un bombazo de Bobby Charlton. Denunció al arquero argentino, tira la pelota hacia adelante, le toca para el 8 va a la izquierda para Charlton, Charlton se lo tiene, está frente a Conigliaro, Marco luchando, se le va, lo persigue Togneri. Tiene un centro, devuelve con golpe de cabeza Aguirre Suárez, no puede cabecear Raúl, entra el 4, Crerand tiró, alcanza de peligro, entra Dinó, entra Morgan, toca Malbernat.
Will not come back far enough for referee Zečević. Charlton, and Kidd is onside. Dennis Law trying the bicycle kick, not straightening it out. An even worse one then by number 17, Medina. And not sure whether referee Zečević has whistled for a foul or not. Yes, he has indeed.
La primera vez que nos toca esto, tira hacia adelante Bilardo. Juega para quién, para Verón. Va a buscarlo el número 2, se le escapa Verón. Insiste, saca la pelota el número 2. Dunne, toca para Stepney y saca con el pie por el área porque atropella Conigliaro. Y me gusta. En el centro, carga Mario, cabezazo, ¡gol!
That's Oscar Malbernat. Sadler now. Good tackle by Malbernat. Georgie Best. Sadler coming inside. Sadler is going to lose this one. Verón taking Sadler and Dunne across with him. Back for Suárez, Aguirre, Suárez, Malbernat. Argentinians retaining possession. United players funneling back and looking just a tiny bit bemused by this at the moment. United players waving at each other for somebody to get in with a tackle. And fine. Estudiantes players bite quickly, don't give a man very much time to think about what he's going to do. Kidd being fouled then by Aguirre, Suárez. Brennan now. Kidd moving fast away from him. Kidd brought down by Pachamé, and gracious me, Kidd and now Crerand, the Kidd, Crerand the return. Morgan, and that Georgie Best, that was just over the bar. Incredible split-second piece of timing. Very nearly dragging back an equalising goal. Referee signalling to both his linesmen that he's stopped his watch and taken time off for the stoppage we have. Best going in and winning the ball. And brought down quickly by Ribaudo. Number 7, Ribaudo, George Best, down on the ground. Fat Crerand. And Poletti, a most dramatic jump up in the air with nobody. For Kidd, Law out to his left. This is Dennis Law, George Best behind. Waiting now for Best to go up the line. Law, a good cross ball for Crerand. Now Morgan. Morgan being tackled by Bilardo. And that was number 17, Medina. Solid head then by Bill Foulkes. And Crerand and Kidd going up together. Sandwiching. Madero now with a free kick. Aiming for Verón. Verón then, and Crerand, and referee's book coming straight out. Verón's boot catching Crerand in the groin. And referee Zečević most certainly. Dennis Law going. Goalkeeper Poletti has come a long way off his line. Now he's heading back. For Bilardo. Tony Dunne. Law having to get out of that very, very quickly. Foulkes looking for the long one and aiming for Morgan. Medina, a man to move forward into an attacking position. Tony Dunne with the clearance. Sartori now. Just over 2 minutes of injury time has been played in this first half. Still no sign of referee Zečević whistling it to a close. Robbie Charlton aiming for George Best, who switched way across the other side of the field, but he'd need Crerand with Sartori and support. This is Sartori now. And there's the whistle for half-time as Sartori triggers one over the bar. Referee, Yugoslavian referee Zečević, sends the players off down to the tunnel. So Estudiantes kick off the second half, having in fact changed their jerseys at half-time. They're now mainly white, but they've now got 2 red stripes. Bilardo, long one for Conigliaro to chase. Verón's in the box, Ribaudo's in the box. And this is a fine recovery then by Bill Foulkes. Now Best. Sadler, Kidd rather. Ryan Kidd optimistically trying the long one. Heavy rain having made this pitch tricky. Ryan Kidd now. Now Bilardo with 3 Argentinians moving forward through the middle. And Crerand being penalised then for pushing Bilardo away. Grass heavily affected by rain. Ryan Kidd. Bit of running then by Brennan. Fine bit of intelligent running by Brennan, almost a chance. And finally, referee Zečević has said that Poletti, deliberate time wasting, gives the indirect free kick inside. Best standing over the ball, with Charlton close to him. Referee Zečević not satisfied that the entire Estudiantes defensive wall is away from the line. Kidd! What a fine try by Brian Kidd. And indeed, let's be fair, what a fine save by Poletti. Didn't get his hand. Bobby Charlton now. Looking for a gap, looking for an opening. Sartori. Good one through now for Sadler. Sorry, it was Kidd. Called it wrong. Brian Kidd going in on that half chance. And we've just had news up from the dressing room that Dennis Law, who went off, Argentinians playing it very, very soundly in defence at the back, but on occasions being dragged forward into false attacking positions, and United might indeed catch them out if they can get some long, hard balls through them. This is Conigliaro. Conigliaro again, getting another chance at it. Bill Foulkes over there, shepherding him away. And that's Verón. Very nearly a chance for this lively attacking forward. Kidd, the long one across field, aiming for Morgan. Oh, smearing tackle then by Medina. Morgan still there. And finally, sheer weight of numbers. Brennan forward for Crerand. George Best. Players losing their footing now as the rain makes this surface so terribly difficult to play on. And a foul by number 2, Aguirre Suárez on George Best. Just back straight in. They stop the man anyway. Charlton. And that was only just wide of the post. And in fact, it got a flick off. And Estudiantes defender and went away. Made treacherously slippery by this heavy shower of rain. And that was Best trying one. Kidd now. I'm not sure whether Brian Kidd was trying a shot then or trying to set up an opening over on the right for George Best. Bobby Charlton. Again, Best going through. Best shepherded away by Malbernat. What a fine game the right back and skipper of Estudiantes has had. There he's still with the ball. Now Verón with only Dunne to beat. Turn back for Pachamé to cut out. Now Echecopa there again, being chased. And finally, pushed over by Sartori, the free kick. Echecopa again looking for time wasting. Elaborate treatment to be given. The Yugoslavian referee just having none of the time-wasting tactics. Bilardo now for number 17, Medina. Sartori. Best leaving it for Charlton. Going left now for Morgan. There were just too many Argentinians for Togneri. Bilardo and Togneri, who have had a really fine game for Argentine, for the Argentine side, in the middle of the field. Conigliaro chasing this one to the corner flag. And that was Best and number 17 Medina. An incident off the ball over to the right. Referee linesman Concetto Lovello over there with his flag. George Best there was the man involved in the incident, to Manchester United player. And linesman Concetto Lovello specifically talking to the referee Zečević. The man down, Medina, Hugo Medina, man who has been putting in some very meaty tackles this evening. The incident occurring off the ball. There's George Best, number 11. Estudiantes players claiming that, or angrily demanding the referee does something. And said George, it looks very much as though George Best has been sent off. And the exact situation here. The incident occurred off the ball between Medina, number 17, and George Best. George Best is off the field looking as though he's been sent off. And there it is! That's one back for number 7, Willie Morgan. Well, it's 1-1 now. Willie Morgan has levelled the score here tonight. The aggregate is still 2-1 in Estudiantes' favour, but It's 1-1 here tonight. On my watch there can be very little more than. Both sides down with a man off the field. There could be quite a few moments of injury time.
Carga el número 3. El público impulsando al Manchester. Y en el centro estamos igualados. Cabezazo de Pachamé. Alcanza Foulkes la pelota. Alcanza y va el pase. Lleva la pelota con el empate. Campeón Estudiantes. Vamos, Estudiantes. Lleva la pelota Verón. Va a tirar Verón. Tiró desviado y corresponde tiro de gol. Rechaza la zurda Aguirre Suárez. Carga, lleva la pelota Foulkes. Adelanta la pelota. La alcanza Crerand. La saca Bilardo. ¡Foul! Y empuja Crerand. El juez dice foul a favor del Manchester. Foul a favor del Manchester. Todo contra el equipo argentino. 3 minutos de adicional. Estamos 1-1. Carga Dunne. ¡Vamos! Lleva la pelota. Sigue, está mirando el avance del Manchester. Está mirando el avance. Entra el 7 y terminó el partido. Terminó el partido. Terminó el partido. Estudiantes de La Plata. Estudiantes campeón. Estudiantes campeón. Ganó Estudiantes el campeonato del 68. Lágrimas en los ojos. Se abrazan los muchachos de Estudiantes de La Plata. Estudiantes el campeón intercontinental. El título de nuevo en la Argentina. El título de nuevo en la Argentina. Poletti levanta los brazos al público. Dan la vuelta olímpica. ¡Arriba, argentinos! Este es el lujo que será el fútbol argentino. Ese fútbol que lo queremos grande. La vuelta olímpica de Inglaterra.